When it comes to our skincare regime, what worked back in our 20s won't save face as we move through our 30s, 40s, and 50s, and for some of us even beyond that. So, here with the secrets to a flawless face at any age and what you can do to stay ahead of the curve is our good friend, board-certified dermatologist, Dr. Sonia Batra. Great to see you. As always, Dr. Batra.
Dr. Batra.
Great to see you too. Thank you so much for having me back.
All right. You know, I'm going to be taking notes here. I'm sure there will be something to learn. So let's get started. So tell us about the ABCs of skincare for all ages.
The A stands for antioxidant, which is vitamin C, vitamin E, ferulic acid. Those are all molecules that are meant to mop up ongoing ultraviolet damage. The B stands for block. So we're talking about sunscreen. And you know I'm a fanatic. I've talked about this many times. Mineral, zinc, or titanium SPF 30 sunscreens are essential every day, no matter what climate you live in. And then the C stands for cell turnover, or it can stand for collagen stimulation. And that's just products you're going to use typically as a night cream. They're going to help promote that cell turnover, things like alpha hydroxy acids, peptides, retinoids. Those are the cornerstones at any age of a really good anti-aging skin regimen. In our 20s, we produce 1% less collagen and then elastin per year. So the aging process starts then. And collagen and elastin are those protein fibers that give our skin elasticity, they give it that firmness. So it is really important to know the ABCs to protect and to maintain your skin starting early. Already in our 30s, our skin will start to dry out. The collagen's turnover is going to start to slow down. So it's time to up the ante a little bit. You may start to look for things that are a little bit more hydrating. Adding into those ABCs, looking for a product that's going to address specific concerns like brown spots is certainly reasonable. And because the cell turnover is slowing down, it's always helpful to think about procedures that help slough that dry, dull outer layer of skin. So really gentle things like a chemical peel that's going to slough off the outer layer, or microneedling to jumpstart collagen production. Totally reasonable to start thinking about small tweaks just to maintain and enhance.
You know, Dr. Batra, that 1% less collagen from our 20s was new information to me. And I got to tell you, a little bit scary. Right?
Yeah.
So for those of us in our 40s, tell us what people should do to add to their skin routine. What should we add?
Because everyone's skin dries out in our 40s, we start to see the barrier function become a little less intact. So remember, your skin is meant to keep the outside world out. So as that barrier becomes more porous, you're going to have a harder time retaining moisture. But the good news is it's not all downhill. There are definitely things you can do. So in terms of things you might want to add in at that point, one would be a prescription retinoid. Those are vitamin A products. I mentioned them at the very beginning, but stronger strengths are available from a doctor, and that would help with stimulating collagen. It would help promote cell turnover. As we get into our 40s, you have more options too in terms of procedures. So we have lasers that are directed at different colors, like addressing brown spots, addressing blood vessels, certainly resurfacing lasers that might be fractional to help stimulate more collagen as well. And for many of us in our 40s, because we keep using our muscles over and over, we start to get little furrows from the muscle action. So that's where Botox comes in. We've heard about it. That's where we start addressing fine lines and creases that come from muscle action.